Hey guys, welcome to my humble studio. I'm Scott Dispel, dispelmusic.com. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the background story behind our first album, Lore, and then a little bit of studio footage working on our second album. So stick around. Pew, pew. Hey guys, Scott Dispel here, dispelmusic.com. Thank you for joining us today. If you like anything gothic or dark or metal or rock, or you have tattoos, or you channel your inner Viking, or you're a fantasy gamer, or you like fantasy art, or you like tarot, or any of those dark, weird things, you're in the right spot. That's what we love, and that's what we write our music about. Please hit like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm. And also join us on Facebook at Dispel Music. And we've got a cool little community going on there in our page. And I like to post a lot of fantasy art and cool pictures of castles and things like that. So yes, join us there. So today I wanted to continue to talk about the background story behind our first album, Lore, and I wanted to go through all the songs in a series of videos to kind of talk about the story and inspiration behind the songs. And for those of you who stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show some studio footage of myself and our wonderful singer Ravensea as we're writing and collaborating on music for our second album, which we'll be releasing in a few months, and it's called Inferno. So please stick around for that. But right now, let's get into our first album, Lore. And if you would like to support us, I will put a link down below where you can check out the Lore CD. You can preview it online. It's available in CD or digital download. All CD orders come with the digital download, and it really helps us out. And also on our website, we have a brand new shop page where we have t-shirts and patches, and we have all our merch in stock now because we weren't able to play any shows and sell it at the merch booth. So anyways, let's get into it. So in the first video, I talked about Spiritual Warrior, the hero, where we introduced the hero. And the Lore album is about the hero's journey. And that's what we're talking about today. So this second song is called The Call to Adventure. And if you go to our YouTube page, I did a lyric video of the song. We didn't have a huge budget at the time for a video, and it's, I think, a very catchy song. I love how Ravensea does her vocal melody. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And we've actually had people tell us the same. So please check it out. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. That'd be awesome. So the call to adventure. What's the call about? So this is the beginning of the hero's journey, where you're in your life. Maybe you're feeling a little mediocre. Maybe you are content, overly content. There's no change. There's no growth. And it's time for your soul to grow, to expand, to become a better version of yourself. So that's the call stage. And there's going to be times where maybe your intuition is calling you or motivating you to move forward, or perhaps there's somebody in your life or somebody you encounter that is calling you forward to go on this adventure, to step into the unknown and face the challenges that are ahead of you. So what I did, I thought it would be really cool to go over the lyrics on The Call, and I think it explains it better. These lyrics were written by myself and our singer Ravensea back on October 1st of 2019. So relatively new. I think we collaborate really well when we write lyrics together, and you can let us know. So basically, like I said, the gist of The Call is you're at a point in your life where the hero's journey is beckoning you, that you're going to have to face some challenges, or you're going to have to motivate yourself forward so you can grow as a person. So bound by walls, you've created this labyrinth, lacks cultivation, Diligence leads to achievement. This oasis is now your prison. So basically, what's that is telling us is you're comfortable or you're stagnant in your day-to-day existence. Something needs to um, something needs to change. There needs to be positive change, or maybe there needs to be some things you have to face that might not be so pleasant, but need to be done for growth. And the pre-chorus is now your prison from your prison, escape from your prison. So sometimes contentment could be a prison. And, you know, there are times when there's nothing wrong with contentment, and it's certainly a beautiful feeling. But if it gets to a point where it's stifling you from growth, then it's a problem. So the chorus is, indulging in your gardens of Babylon, idling in disintegration, biting for delights impossible, you've turned this garden into wasteland. Hearken now and save yourself, rebirth awaits your restless soul. Another world lies just beyond, because you've turned this garden into wasteland. So, metaphorically, I always have these visions of the hanging gardens of Babylon, and, you know, some corrupt emperor or prince, you know, just lounging away, eating grapes. Wow, you know, there's so many more meaningful things that could be done with that time, although it does sound like a beautiful time. But if that's all you do, then that garden will turn into a wasteland. Heed this call you've seen in vision that lures you away in preparation. Don't refuse. It shall lead you beyond the frequent path of man. Pre-chorus, all mankind for all mankind, a champion for all mankind. So basically the gist is when it's time for growth, and you know it intuitively, you know it inside, that it's really important that you take those steps and better yourself, because it's not only going to benefit you, it's going to benefit everybody around you, it's going to benefit your community, and ultimately it benefits the universe if you are achieving your highest potential. And I think one of my cats just came in. Hey, come here. Come here. All right. My cats don't like to be, they're very shy. So, man, well, I would have got another 100 views easily if I would have been able to put the cat in the video still. So, anyways, that's the gist of the call. Very metaphorically, lyrically, but it's certainly the beginning of the hero's journey. So we hope you take your hero's journey, and that's what the Lore album's all about. You know, we just didn't want to do an album about the hero's journey. We wanted to do an album how the hero's journey made our music possible. So this is really the story of the band, the stages of it, and you know, how we felt going through the different stages. And we wanted to share that with you guys, and it seems to be resonating with people. But I did promise everybody who stuck around, I will show now some footage of myself and our singer Ravensea collaborating on music, throwing ideas around, and that's how we songwrite. That's how our songs come together. So it's nothing flashy. It's very candid. It's very real.
And then it kind of fades out. So the chorus has an interesting pattern. It's really 30 bars. Yeah, it's 30 bars.
So we'll definitely have to repeat something in there. I mean, we could always half it if we have to.
We may not necessarily need to. What I think might end up happening is, so there's a part A and a part B, and they repeat. So it's part A, 8 bars, part B, 8 bars, part A again, 8 bars, and then part B, it's like 6 bars. And then there's 2 bars of like a dun da ga ga dun ga ga, like an interlude into the next verse. So what I imagine is the chorus would be, we would write part A and part B, and then it would just repeat.
Sure.
Does that make sense? Okay.
It does.
Pretty
I mean,
fun.
there's plenty to work with on these lyrics.
Yeah,
I think we really need this chorus. This is the last song on the album, so we really need to deliver. Not that we haven't delivered throughout the album, but maybe this could be our epic dance song, you know?
definitely. Yeah. Well, let's start with the chorus then, and then we can write the pre-chorus and the verses around them.
I agree.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Livid in the ice, up to the place where shame can show itself. Their mouth bore witness to the cold they felt, while their eyes proclaimed their sorry hearts, where all the sinners are kept cold.
Beautiful. Ooh, gives me goosebumps. And that's all the words of Dante.
Yeah, I just took the best of the best. Words are the seeds from which the infamy grow. Words are the seeds from which the fruit of infamy grow. O souls who are so cruel that this last place has been assigned to you, as soon as any soul becomes a traitor, a demon takes its body away to keep in his power. Then the soul falls headlong into the cistern, every constraint of custom, full of corruption, a courtesy to show rudeness to the foulest
With
spirit.
wings of a bat, sails so wise, he wept out
Wide.
of 6 eyes. Tears gushed into a bloody froth as he gnaws and claws. Wow. Shit. How do we do this justice?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I like the first line, how the very tongue that had first wounded me was then to cure me with its medicine. That's very allegorical, metaphorical. It's very cool.
Let
Um,
me see what Dante wrote. Down below in the dark well, a lake frozen fast, seemed of glass.
yeah.
Livid in the ice up to the place where. What can we say that means the same thing, but in our own words, and also sounds cool?
2021. How crazy is that?
January's already over. It's the 5th already. It's like, bye, January. Bye.
All right.
By the 5th day of the month, I'm like, it's over. It's already like, that feeling of oh yay, a new month. It's like it's by the 5th day, you're like, we're already in the middle of it. I have to act like I have to get ready for February. Anyhow,
Would have been a lot cooler if like New Year's was on like Friday or Saturday instead of Thursday, because that just threw me off.
to show the base of the universe down below in the dark well. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Meaning like it's the last song of the album, and it's like the whole time we've been accompanying the listener. The listener has been a part of the album. This has been a journey for everyone. Then it's like the listener realizes that the whole time they've been traveling to these realms with us. And so for the last song to use a language like we've now reached.
It's like, how did we structure the journey? You know what
Well,
I mean?
actually, every song has been directed at the listener. Follow me to the depths of pity. I hold the key to gilded chambers come lie on silken sheets. So it's like every song has actually been addressing the listener, but we haven't used like we yet. So it's like, even if just one line of this song says the word we, like we've reached or we've made it, if there's some kind of language.
I guess we're the tour guide. I mean, have we been the tour guide this whole time? Is it?
Yes, we have. Certainly we have. Every song is like a follow me and then a description of what's around. So we've literally been tour guides to hell this whole time. And so the final circle is like, now look, we've reached the ultimate stop.
Sure. And now we've reached a frozen void.
There's a B minor. And I think actually, oh, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. All right. So what I got is, and now we reach the frozen void, the deepest well of souls, so cruel. Na 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 na. We got to find lyrics to fill that in. And now we
I like it. So I got some lyrics here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we can wear. So I've got, and now we've reached the frozen void. And then we could do a pit so deep, a well of souls. Or we could say a pit so deep, cauldron of souls.
Okay.
Or a cauldron of souls. Cauldron might be too hard to sing.
So now it would be like, and now we reach the frozen void, a pit so deep. We could say, a pit so deep, a cauldron of souls. A pit so deep, a cauldron of souls. So cruel, so cruel. A pit so deep, a cauldron of souls, so cruel. Da da na 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 na.
So okay, I see where you're going with this. So
So
cruel.
cruel, so foul. Da na 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 na. So foul, so foul, I'm gonna have to sing really high for this one. Okay, so yeah, so we're fitting into the pattern. I'm singing. And now we've reached the frozen void, a pit so deep, a cauldron of souls, so cruel, so foul. Maybe something like a darkness you cannot penetrate.
So cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrow.
Cauldron of soul, so cruel, so foul. We can say, so foul, the source of all sorrows. So it would be like, a pit so deep, a cauldron of soul, so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrows.
And then we could follow up the other part with what you said about the darkness that cannot be penetrated.
I don't know, there's many factors at play here because we're trying to honor Dante's words. We're trying to describe this vivid image in 30 bars. So it just kind of seems like the chorus is set up to be very wordy and poetic. Maybe if we shortened the chorus to just these 16 bars.
We could. I mean, the
Then
song's 7 minutes long.
it's
So
a
we
very
certainly
long
could.
song. I don't think anthems are meant to be 7 minutes long.
Well, that's not true because Bohemian Rhapsody's like 7 minutes. All the great Iron Maiden songs are super long. What about like, and now we've reached a frozen void, a pit so deep, a cauldron of souls, and somehow the so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrows is somehow what we really focus on, and that's the sing along part of the chorus. So how do we make that the sing along part? Because that's pretty easy to follow. So if people are like, so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrows.
Well, the melody line I created is kind of like that.
Yeah. So maybe after you so cruel, so foul, the voice of all sorrows, and you're saying sorrows under it. Is that too much?
I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean because
So
it
you say so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrows, and while you're saying sorrows, there's a backtrack that says sorrows.
if you think there's enough room, I mean, all that comes, I think that kind of thing happens later. Like you
Okay, yeah.
as the mixer, like you're mixing the tracks and then you find room for that, then we record it and put it in. But for the general structure of the song, I think it's a bit early to think of those things just now.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put it in parentheses then.
So what would that sound like? So like,
Just like
it's
with,
a deep cauldron of soul, so cruel, so far the source of all sorrow. Okay, and then it goes from, okay, so this is how fast it moves.
yeah.
A cauldron is so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrow.
Sorrow.
The universe. So like it would have to be very quick, like so
Oh, it
cruel,
would just be under it.
so
Just,
foul, so cruel. Okay, cauldron of souls, so cruel, so foul, the source of all sorrows, sorrows, reverse the base of the universe. So it would kind of, like if you have a descant, sorrows or something, or sorrows, it would overlap with, we've reached the base of the universe.
yes.
Okay, well, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sure, yeah. Does that make the song more anthem-like for you? Does that help?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
We've reached the base of the universe. You like the chorus repeating? Okay.
I do. I think it's fine.
Cool.
Okay,
All
I see
right.
what I did. I added a bridge. I'm like, why is this one longer? I think I'll just cut off a couple counts of the drums, extend the keyboard, we'll be fine. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot to fit that.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good.